Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to be talking about guaranteed Madam Serris. So is this the champ you've all been waiting for and the time to blow all these void shards you've been saving up, right? I'm going to be making an argument for both sides of the story, because um, in my opinion, Madam Serris isn't quite the slam dunk that, let's say, Cold Heart is for an F2P low spender player, right? But she is very, very good, and I've wanted one for a long time, and I've already pulled one, so it's not really a big decision for me, but it might be a big decision for you. But first, it's 10x, and whenever it's 10x, we got to talk about what's available for 10x, right? So, first up, we're going to do the Void Shard first because most likely you guys are going to be pulling Void Shards to try to get Madam Serris. And there is a very, very good thing they're offering up with her, which is Inquisitor Shamael, right? So check this out. Inquisitor Shamael. I think the theme for this 10x is fear, right? So this one decreases duration of random buff on a target by 1 turn. And every time you receive a buff, he uses the skill, and then it'll only deal 50% of the normal damage. Cannot be critical. Okay. I mean, it's a really strong A1. That's a really strong A1. But this is I think this is the skill that you want to pull for him, which is his A2. Attacks an enemy 3 times, ignore 25% of the death, ignore another 25 for each buff on this champ. Yeah? So you can go all the way up to 100% ignore death. I think it doesn't put a cap on it. Nope. And then places True Fear on all enemies if this attack kills an enemy. Yeah, it's really, really, really strong. So why would you want him? You want him for Hard Doom Tower because he one-shots all the threats in Hard Doom Tower. He one-shots Mortal Macaws, one-shots Siphi, one-shot Rotos, Basically, everything in Doom Tower that's keeping you from progressing up to the next wave, he can one-shot. So, if you have a team that can kind of control everybody and give some buffs, right? Inquisitor Shamael can just come in, smack, kill one of them, right? And you just rinse, repeat until you clear the wave, right? And it's better played on manual, so that's a downside to it. You probably can't do it on auto, to the same great effect and result. And then each critical hit fills the champion turn meter by 7.5%. Whenever an ally receives fear or true fear debuff from an enemy, this skill will instantly remove. So this passive is money against Dark Fae. This Dark Fae will do this thing where he takes one of your champs away and then puts True Fear on, or puts Fear on after taking one of your champs away. So not only are you down to just 4 champs immediately, Fear is put on everybody. And you need to get all those turns to go off, most likely, to kill that one champ Dark Fae steals, right? So Inquisitor Shamael is definitely worth trying to pull for. So if you're trying to pull a Madam Serris, Inquisitor Shamael would be a great kind of like consolation prize, For me personally, I don't need a dupe Madam Serris, although, it's definitely not bad to have a duplicate of her. She is that great a champ, to have a duplicate of. Plus dupe system is coming, so that could be another purpose for her, right? But she's an epic, so not quite the legendary dupe that you want. Who do we got here? Oh, it's Jason. So they're Jason wannabe. Now, I remember him when he first came out. Yeah, he's not very good. He needs a buff. Definitely needs a buff. So why is he not very good? So champion turn meter, 50% whenever an enemy drops below 20% HP. Okay, not really that applicable, right? Attacks one enemy twice. Each hit decreases target's turn meter by 7.5% if the target is under a fear. So it can go up to armor level of decrease turn meter. The only problem is they need to have fear on. You can't put fear on bosses. So if they could do a thing here where you could put fear on a boss, right? Because like let's say they just put regular fear on a boss, so it gives a percentage chance the boss won't take a turn, and then you can put a stuff on. Maybe this will be good, or maybe they can do a thing where against bosses he just does straight decrease turn meter. Yeah, right. So this could have been a good ability. The problem is the fear on it restriction. Attacks one enemy can put fear on and decrease speed on. 75% of placing a true fear on 2 enemies for 1 turn. If it kills an enemy, 1 true fear will be placed on the enemy with the lowest turn meter. 1 will be placed with the highest turn meter. Okay, so bunch of words, but basically you need to kill to get the most out of it. Fear doesn't work on bosses. Decreased speed is good on bosses. So again, there's kind of like this conflict, right? And then tax one enemy, ignore 35% of death if the target is under fear or true fear. So ignore death is good in higher level content. And then if you ascend it, you'll also place a block debuff buff on 1 turn, increase speed, buff on 2 turns, revive on death on this champion. So basically turning him into like Raid Jason, right? This is Raid Jason. Raid Jason sucks, yo. Sorry. Damn. Plarium. Give this boy some love. So yeah, if only they decoupled the abilities from the fear, true fear against bosses, right? I don't know. He might become a top tier champ. Like, up there, like almost Stagnite level. Good. Yeah, he could be really, really good. Could be, but he isn't. Here's another one. Cornelia, fusion champ we've had before. Ingredient for a fusion champ, right? Tax one enemy, decrease cooldown of target skill, increase cooldown. Okay, so increase cooldown the A1 could be okay for Eternal Dragon. Sleep isn't really the best control ability. Whenever enemy loses the sleep, she can put fear on. Okay, it's not even true fear, right? And then place sleep on an ally, heals that ally 50% HP, fills turn meter 50% whenever the sleep debuff expires or gets removed. Heal ally by 100%, completely fills their turn meter if debuff is lost due to taking damage from an enemy. So yeah, in most cases this is gonna be a full heal. You know, full heal is great. Now I wonder if it's possible to do a solo with Cornelia, the same way we do a solo on Apothecary. I feel like it's very, very possible. Yeah. So I feel like Cornelia with Toxic Set can do the Apothecary solos with Toxic Set. Okay, so something to be tested probably, but I think this skill right here, it books down to 2-turn cooldown. So yeah, she's gonna be immortal, right? And then you get a speed aura all battles. Although, you know, it's not as good as High Katoon speed aura, so if you're gonna be doing a solo build, you're gonna be using High Katoon for that speed aura anyway. But speed aura all battles, not bad. Could be, maybe, I'm not sure. But I think on paper she can do it. Osalis Grave Dirt. Okay, what does this guy do? A1 is to provoke, also decrease attack. 1 turn only. So, yeah. No good. Attacks all enemies, heal reduction. Okay. Nothing else. Okay. And then shield on all allies 2 turns, 30% of their max HP. Strengthen all allies. So shield strengthen is not actually a bad combo. It's a strong one. 3-turn cooldown, books down 3-turn cooldown. So immune to fear and true fear. Okay, great. Whenever an ally's HP drops below 50% of fear, attacker 1 turn has a 75% of placing a true fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. Whenever an ally dies, has a 75% chance of placing a true fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. I don't know. It's pretty bad. So, yeah, Ancient's not really where you want to go right now. Voids are where it's at. If you are going to pull, and if you're going to try to pull for Madame Serris, I can pull for Madame Serris, honestly. I have 69 nice Void Shards, right? So let's talk about Madame Serris first. And exactly why you want her, and why 30 Void Shards is a great price for her, in my opinion. But at the same time, maybe you can hold out for something else. Maybe. I think, who was the other one they offered up before? Ursula the Mourner? I forgot how many Void Shards she went for, though. So it's kind of hard for me to make a comparison right now in terms of value, right? But Ursula was a great champ. Was she somebody that you would pull for ahead of Madame Serris? I'm not sure. It depends on the content you want to beat. So Ursula is kind of like like one of the top tier carry champs, you know? So she can get you through Doom Tower, she can get you through any kind of like wave related content because she like picks your guys up and stuff. Serris is almost exclusively a arena champ, but she does have a very strong application in Faction Wars. Okay, so let's go through her kit real quick. First is attack one enemy, fear. Okay, so yeah. Fear is great, but, you know, it's not something that's, like, really important, right? And this one, attacks all enemy, place block debuff on all allies if a buff is stolen. So you steal a buff, a 40% chance, though, not 100%. And it only books up to 50% chance. But if you do steal one, right? Yeah, if you steal at least one buff, you get block debuff for 2 turns. Strong, very strong. And then every time you steal a buff, you place True Fear. So yeah, it's a strong ability. Very strong ability. So A1, A2, extremely strong abilities. But this is really where it's at, yo. This is where it's at. A3. Books down to 4 turn cooldown. Not really important. Places decrease attack and decrease defense for 2 turns. But before she does that, she removes all buffs from enemies. Let me read that again. Removes all buffs from all enemies. And this doesn't do a hit with it. Although, you know, you don't do weak hits when you're a Void champ anyway. That is interesting, right? Anyways, it's a kind of like a place ability, so it does its thing and it happens, right? The only way to resist it is resistance. So with Madame Serris, you just want speed and accuracy for arena. That's it, you're done, you know? And you want her ideally to go second, you know? So you want to go speed boost and to take all the buffs away and whatever else you're going to do, right? So yeah, in arena, she is like an amazing ingredient to a speed team or a control team, you know, where you go like speed boost, control, then take all buffs away. Or speed boost, take all buffs away, control, and then nuke, right? So this is a great way to go around immunity sets, shield sets, you know, in arena. Or if they do take a turn, but then you cut into them and all their buffs are up, you just take all their buffs away, right? So a lot of the defensive type teams are very vulnerable to Madame Serris. The only thing is you have to pair her up with somebody that can really, really hit, you know? Because that's just the way she's built, right? So is it easy for a free-to-play low-spender person to build a team around her? I'm going to say not that easy. Not as easy. So like a typical control team, you're only speed tuning your speed lead and your control champ. That's it, you're done. And then a typical blender team, you're only speed tuning your blender champ, your speed lead to your blender champ, right? With Madame Serris, if you're going to be running a typical speed team, they have to be tuned all the way down to your nuker, you know? And then if you're running her with a control team, she has to be tuned with your control champ. That means you go speed boost, Madame Serris, control. And then the nuke can go off anytime, right? So yeah, there's definitely some caveats in terms of building her. I'll show you my Madame Serris build right now. And then you get to decide whether that's worth it to you or not. But for sure, she can get you through Faction Wars 21 because she takes the buffs away from those Valkyrie and Martyr waves, right? So yeah, she is a very strong champ. You can make her a little bit more tanky for Faction Wars, clear it once, and then you can build her back up for Arena. Right? So here's my Madam Serris. She's a level 50, and all I did on her was put accuracy and speed on her. So here's my problem. I need to get her up to 250, I think, to sync with my Arbiter or my High Cocoon, I think. It's something like 250 is the speed I'm looking for to have her sync. And I haven't maxed out the boots, so she can probably go to 250 right now if I wanted to. And then there's a little bit of an opportunity here to get some speed here as well. I haven't put any glyphs on, you know. So yeah, I could make her into a arena champ at level 50. So that's another great value thing you can do from her is she does all the Serris things you want her to do in arena at level 50, provided you have the gear, you know, to get her up, to get her speed up that level, right? And then you just want accuracy rolls everywhere. So I got accuracy rolls on my amulet. And then accuracy on my boots, I think. Do I? Yes, sir. On my boot. And then I'm wearing accuracy chest. That's the best one to put on her, is an accuracy chest. Especially if you're just putting her up as a level 50. So yeah, level 50, viable in arena. She's very strong. She might even go into one of my 3v3 teams right now, because right now I'm running a blender team, you know. So if you already have a blender team, in my opinion, in most cases, blender is just faster in terms of just straight farming. So yeah, it's a tough one. It's a tough one for sure for a lot of people, but I think for most people, it's a slam dunk. If you have the 30 void shards, you should definitely think about Madam Serris. So what is the true value of a void shard? I know this video's gone on too long before we actually talked about the true value of a void shard, but hear me out, okay? Check this out. Madam Serris, right? Could you imagine another epic void champ there that you would love to pull for at 30 void shards? Something like a man-eater, maybe? Huh? I would love to pull for a man-eater, 30 void shards. In fact, since I already have Madam Serris, I'd be happy if that was Inquisitor Shamael there. Seer, of course. Seer, you'd probably blow 50 void shards for Seer, right? And also, I want to show you how big a deal having a Seer is, right? Where was that? Let's show you floor 69, because I think I used Seer here. Did I? Did I or did I not? Oh yeah, I did. There we go. So see here, Seer can be used on a grindier team. You know, you don't have to kind of like blow things up and then reset, blow things up, reset. She can be your damage dealer on a grindier type team, you know, provided you put the buffs up and everything, you know. And Syl isn't even the best champ here because she doesn't give a lot of buffs up, right? So that's an upgrade point right there for me. So what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is there are some void champs out there, epic void champs, that you would certainly love to pull ahead of Madam Serris. And I don't know when they're going to do another guaranteed champ event, but they have done it kind of like pretty closely together now, every month almost. So we had Cold Heart, Lady Kimmy, which is Ancients, and then I think Madam Serris right now. Here's another little thing about void shards, right? Every 4 void shards is almost the equivalent of 1 sacred shard in Summon Rush. Am I correct in saying that? I don't wanna mess up and say wrong. Yep, it's 120 points per void shard to 500 points per sacred shard. So 4 times 120, that's 480, you're 20 points away. So every 4 void shards is worth 1 sacred shard. Why is that important? Summon Rush is becoming a thing because of fusion events, right? Maybe this could have been, maybe your four void shards could have been the difference between you and Demetha, right? So there's definitely something to be cautious about when you're draining all your void shards. In the same way, there's something to be cautious about when you're draining all your sacred shards. So just kind of keep that in mind. And then I think we have 2x voids next week, which I think should coincide with a fusion. So yeah, and that should be Champ Chase. So 2x voids in Champ Chase is actually not a bad time to pull. You're averaging around 100 points if your RNG is good, right? If it's a Champ Chase with 2x on, somewhere near 100 points per shard on average, if you get a good RNG, like these normal average RNG. If it's not 2x though, the value plummets to something like 60 per void shard, right? Not quite the thing you want to do if it's not 2x for Champ Chase. So voids and sacreds are basically best served for Summon Rush. With that being said, I do want to pull Inquisitor Shamael. So I am going to demonstrate for you right now how to go for a 10x. Okay? This is how you go for a 10x. You summon until you pull an epic. Right? So I do want to try to go for Inquisitor Shamael. So I'm just going to summon until I pull an epic. Or until I hit the number that I preset. So let's preset a number right now. Let's say, how much do I have? 60 something? How much do I have? 67. So I'm willing to go down to 50 void shards. Right? So that's 17 to go. Or until I pull an epic. So one of those two things, pull an epic, or if I go down to 50 void shards. So give me an epic here, buddy. Come on. Duplicate Cold Heart again. Now it's raining Cold Hearts, right? My first year or whatever playing Raid, no Cold Hearts, and now I have a lot of them. That's my third one. Yeah, Confessor, not really what you want. So I just want to pull an epic here. Let's see if we get lucky. Here we go, epic, and not Inquisitor Shamael. You know, that sucks, but them's the breaks. I'm done. That's it. That's how you do it. If you are going to pull for Inquisitor Shamael, that's how I would do it. He's up as a 10x gimme every now and then. I've seen him multiple times now, you know. And whenever I have Void Shards, and I can pull Void Shards that time, I'll pull for Inquisitor Shamael. Why not? Same way, I did the same thing for Madame Serris, actually. I tried to pull her on a 10x, never pulled her. Seer, I think they offered Seer up for a 10x, and I tried to pull her too. I did pull her, you know. Who's the only, I'm trying to think of the only Void Chap I've ever pulled for 10x. I think I haven't pulled a 10x for, I may have pulled Skull Crown. I'm not sure. For 10x. Another good one to have, by the way, is Skull Crown. So yeah. It's not bad to go for Serris, of course, definitely. If you want her, definitely go for her. You won't regret having one. She's amazing. And then the consolation prize of possibly pulling Inquisitor Shamael as well, really, really good. Really, really good. Just bear in mind that you don't want to go a certain level of Void Shards too low, because they're good backup to Sacred Shards to pulling for Summon Rush in certain events, for Fusion events, right? So Fusion is still where it's at, but definitely guaranteed champs are one of the best reasons to diamond hand those shards, right? Guaranteed Madame Serris, plus a chance to pull Inquisitor Shamael. Amazing value, I think, for people that have diamond handed and have saved up. Yeah. So good luck to you guys, and I'll see you all later or tomorrow, because we're going to be talking about the extra fragments offered